Marion is a small city of around 20,000 people, and it is a Midwestern industrial town. Like many industrial towns, started out early 20th century and late 19th century with a gas boom that fired up real estate development and building, but that came to an end quite rapidly in 1904. Second World War comes along, a lot of people got jobs, a lot of factories opened. Marion was really kind of a high-tech place. RCA, for example, was Farnsworth Radio. It was really the first in development of color picture tubes, RCA, and those were all at first manufactured in Marion, Indiana. Well, what happened though is that this prosperity, it didn't last. It's like the gas boom. Because of economic factors in the 1970s, the world markets opened up and were competing for some of the same things that Marion was making. And so what happened was the factories were bought out and a number of them were forced to close over time, which left Marion without a solid economic base.
At the closing of 5 major factories within a 10-year period, thousands of jobs were lost.
It's been poor. There's not enough jobs here in Marion for people to work and make a living for their own families.
I worked here for 31 years. Life was good. We had over 3,000 people working here at one time. Everything was fine. Families was thriving. And now, once they closed that, this whole town, I'm trying to go down.
And it was saddening to go visit what's left of the area where Foster Forbes was located.
I was 19, just turned 19 when I hired in there. And then my grandmother retired, so it pushed my mom up, and then it pushed me to 4 generations. And I grew up 4 blocks from there, and I worked there until it closed. We were stunned when they closed. They took us all off the line and took us to a meeting, and they said, "We're going to shut you down."
Even though our city has been on a consistent decline since the late 90s, as of lately there has been hope and progress as a new energy spreads throughout our town.
We bought this building because it was lifeless and it was in the middle of our downtown, which should be a very vibrant area because our community passes through here all the time, and there's no reason for this building to stay empty whenever we have a community ready for thriving activities. So we renovated it and started putting all of our entrepreneurs and as many local businesses that we could in here, and it's really fostered a lot of connectivity, and we've seen a lot of growth of just new businesses budding and being excited about our downtown.
What happened my senior year, I had a group of friends that took me to a crab racing event at a local bar where they have little hermit crabs that you get to select, and then you get to be on a team, and it was just the most delightful event. And I saw people who'd been participating in this quirky little event for years and years and years, showing up week after week, and people who knew each other. And I wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to feel known in a community, and that's what I've been met with for the last 3 years. Just people who have let me be a part of the community and let me take on projects, join boards, learn my name from the bartender. It's been amazing.
I grew up in North Carolina. I went to school at Indiana Wesleyan, and then I got to know the community, and they really just sucked me in. I talked to my family and friends from home, and they're all really confused why I still live here. But I continually tell them the stories of the people and the places that exist in this town, and so I'm really proud to call it my hometown now.
Well, when I first took office as mayor of Marion, Indiana in 2016, my focus was trying to revitalize the downtown, which is the heart and soul of our city. We have a state highway that runs on the north side and the south side of our square, and people going through our community, if they looked at our downtown, would think this is a town that is dying or broke or both. And I wanted to see if we could change that perception and bring some life and vitality to the community through enhancing our downtown. I think nationwide right now we're seeing a revival business-wise, but We have had a few businesses come in here, small businesses, manufacturing businesses. As you probably already know, we've lost a number of large employees, particularly the RCA factory, which I once worked at right out of high school many years ago. And that GDP rising is just another indicator that we're a city on the rise. We're coming back to life, and we will get there. It's just a process.